I am very excited for this haul video because it has been a long time in the works because we have gotten things a little at a time. Now I will say a lot of this stuff we got from leftover birthday and Christmas gift cards, so some of the stuff didn't cost us anything, which is always nice. Okay, the first thing for our camping haul is Reflectix. Super fun, huh? Actually, we got this the day that we got the carpet to line the camper shell. This I'm going to actually cut to cover the windows for privacy and to help keep it cool, keep the heat out. So I will be doing a video when I do these. So that's the first thing. And this and the carpet, we have a little bit of carpet, but I'm not dragging it in here. Those were actually bought on leftover gift cards that Matt had. The next thing is my Aquatainer. This is a 7-gallon water container for fresh drinking water. This is going to go in the camper build for the back of the truck. But it doesn't have to go in that. I mean, even if you're tent camping or whatever, this is going to come in handy. And I think this was also bought on a gift card, and this was like $14.95 or something for that. So that's a really good deal. So we're getting the basic stuff out of the way first. Okay, I can't pick the thing up, so I'm just going to show you. Matt used his last gift card on this. This is just the box. He got a 17-inch Blackstone grill, and he had been wanting one. His brother had one, and his brother really likes his. So Matt was like, you know what, I've got enough left on my gift card to get this. I'm gonna get it. So that's it. We haven't even seasoned it yet. I'll probably do a video when we do season it. There's been a shortage on the gas that you hook up to it, and we finally started seeing it in stores again, so hopefully we'll be doing a video on seasoning that Blackstone grill soon. Okay, now this I actually paid for. This is an Ozark Trail. This comes from Walmart. I think it's like 10 bucks, but it's an LED lantern. Now, I already have one of these, but I wanted two for camping purposes in case somebody's in the truck and somebody decides to actually go to the shower house or something like that when it's nighttime. It's good to have two different lights. Plus, in Alabama, we have a lot of really bad storms and tornado weather, so this is always good to have on hand anyway. And this, gosh, it's got two settings. It's got a high and a low setting, and I've had to use ours, the one that we already have. I've had to use it when the power's gone out before, and it is really freaking good. High setting is 400 lumens and the low setting is 50 lumens. The high setting you can leave it on for 42 hours. The low setting you can leave it on for 275 hours. So if you have fresh batteries in this and your power goes out, you can leave this on all night long, and it's not, I left it on, when our power went out at nighttime, I just left it on low, and even on low, it filled this room with light. These are really, really very good little lanterns. I bought a 2-person table setting. These are also from Ozark Trail. I wanted some plate bowls, so that if we had a stew or something, I didn't really need the utensils or whatever. I don't need the collapsible cups, but they'll be nice to like put in a backpack when we're hiking or something and give the dog some water. But I wanted the plate bowl things because if you have a stew or a chili, you can put that in there and it can hold it, but it's also a plate too. So anything that's dual purpose, I think is a really good idea. And I think these are BPA free. I'm not sure. I'm not going to put on my glasses to do that. So I did buy that. It wasn't very much. I don't remember how much it is. A collapsible sink. This is also Ozark Trail. This is from Walmart. The Ozark Trail stuff is from Walmart. So this is a collapsible sink, and it actually does have a little drain in the middle of it. So you can wash your dishes and then take it somewhere safe to drain it if you don't want to just like dump it over. Some places it's okay to dump gray water on the ground, and some places it's not. If you do dump your gray water on the ground, you need to make sure that it's allowed in the area that you're camping, and you also need a detergent that is safe for the environment. I believe Dawn is safe for the environment, and Myers are safe for the environment. So you want to make sure that you're not dumping something that's harmful onto the ground. And please, 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 when you're camping, make sure that it's okay to do things like that, because, you know, if somebody breaks the rules, it spoils it for the rest of us, and it also harms the environment, and we're not going to do that. Camping is about being in nature and enjoying nature, not about going out to destroy it. I am very excited about this Ozark Trail. I got my very own tumbler so that I can use this. I don't have my own. Matt has tumblers that, he's got a tumbler, a really nice one that a customer gave him, and I didn't have one, so I really wanted something that I could just have one cup and be done with it. I mean, it's not going to hurt it if I drop it. It's going to hold cold stuff. It's going to hold hot stuff because I need to have my coffee. That reminds me, I got to go get one more thing. And so, yeah, that's my tumbler, and I'm very excited about this. And this wasn't very much either. That also, of course, came from Walmart. Hold on. Speaking of coffee, I bought a tea kettle. I did buy this with my money, and it wasn't very much. I got this at Walmart in the coffee section where the tea kettles are sold. But I wanted something that would be safe to put over, you know, a little propane fire or something like that. So when you're camping, I know that some people do French press coffees, but I have had experiences with French press coffees getting some grounds in my coffee. And so I actually prefer pour over coffee. We have a drip machine here, but I used to do pour over coffee all the time. So I decided the best way to do it was to get pour over. So I did get the Melita Brewing Cone. I got this off Amazon. I think it's like freaking maybe $7 to $10. It's not very much. It's got a little window so that you can see when your cup is full, and it'll fit perfectly right over the top of the cup. And you can get a little number 2 filter, and I prefer unbleached filters. And you put a little filter in there, and you put your coffee grounds in there, and you pour your water over it and let it drip through, and it makes the absolute best cup of coffee ever. So if you're camping, have a way to make your coffee, because coffee makes happy people. The next thing, and I bought myself a sleeping bag, and I did use, I think this took the absolute last of my gift card when I bought this. It's only a 50 degree, this was like 20 bucks, but we're not planning on camping when it's really cold outside, and it gets so hot so quickly in Alabama. I wanted an actual cooler, and plus with my age, unfortunately, I get hot really easy at night. So I got the Alpine 50, and I actually can't wait to, you know, test this out and do a review on it. I haven't had my own sleeping bag since I was a little girl. Gosh. I think the last time, I'm not kidding, I think the last time I had a sleeping bag, it was a Fred Flintstone sleeping bag. Like the Flintstones. Like in the 80s. I have not had a sleeping bag of my own in that long, so I'm very excited. Matt already has his own sleeping bag because he and his brother traveled down to Sebring for the car races in Florida and camped for 5 days before he and I met. So he already had his own sleeping bag. And so I had to buy mine. So I'm very, very, very excited for my very own sleeping bag. And I know that sounds really silly, but I mean, gosh, it's my own sleeping bag. I don't know. It just makes me feel like a kid again. And last, but certainly not least, I did use a gift card on this. The last of my gift card, what was left over, went for the sleeping bag. A bulk of my gift card went on this, and it really still wasn't very much money. Gosh, how much was it? 35? $35, something like that, $36. It wasn't much, but this I'm excited about, and I will be doing an entire video on this. Dum 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 dum. It's a toilet. This is a camping toilet. It is called the Reliance Hassock. It has really, really good reviews. You lift the lid. I'll just show you a little bit of it. You lift the lid. You can put your toilet paper in here. There's a seat that comes off. It's very comfortable, actually. And there is a bucket inside of the bucket. So I almost bought a cassette toilet. I did a lot of research on toilets. And I know that campgrounds have bathrooms, but even if, I don't care if I'm in the truck or if I'm in the tent, I have to get up usually at least a couple times in the middle of the night. I am not going to trudge all the way to a campground bathroom when I can just get up, pee, and then get right back into bed. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. So a lot of people actually use cat litter for these. Anyway, I was going to get a cassette toilet, but with a cassette toilet, you have to have a place to dump it. And if you're traveling, some like gas stations, if you're in the middle of nowhere, some gas stations might not want you to go walking in with a cassette from the bottom of a toilet because it can get messy. They can leak around the seal. Now I know that there's some really good ones, but there's some really cheap ones too, and sometimes even the good name brands will have leaks over time. And, or, you know, what if you're going down the road and, one, water is extra weight, but if you're going down the road and you see a McDonald's in the middle of nowhere, but there's not a gas station, I don't really want to take a sloshy, leaky, smelly cassette thing into a fast food place to walk down their little hall to get to the bathroom to dump it. And would you really want to be in the stall next to somebody dumping something like that down a toilet? Because I can imagine the sound would be gross. So I decided to do this because this you can do a double bag system, and a lot of people use cat litter, but I'm not going to pick it up. It's 20 pounds, and I'll do this in a whole nother video, but I got a 20-pound bag of Feline Fresh pine pellets. So you put a little bit of pine pellet in the bottom. It's basically going to be like using the bathroom in a horse stall, which I've done, you know, almost my whole life while I'm cleaning stalls or whatever. You got to pee, use the bathroom in a horse stall. Which I know TMI, but you know, whatever. But every place has a trash, and so it's just like you can just take up the trash bag when it gets full or whatever and go put it in a trash receptacle. You don't have to look for a place to actually dump it. You don't have to look for a dump station or find a place that will, you know, not frown upon you taking a, you know, sloshing cassette to go dump into their toilet. So that's it. That's my little camping gear haul. I'm very excited. We do plan on doing some good camping this year. And we'd like to have a very long adventure we had been planning, but money-wise, I don't know, but we can at least do some local camping for the time being. So I'm really excited about this stuff. I'm still really excited to have my own sleeping bag and a pour over coffee. Guys, I really missed pour over coffee so much because it tastes so freaking good to have pour over coffee. You just have to be patient. But that's it. That's my camping haul, and thank you for watching, and I cannot wait until we all get to go out and have adventures. And I know this year is going to be so much better than last year was as far as being able to get out. Yes, the thing is still happening, but it's getting better, and I'm feeling a lot more positive about where things are going to go than I was last year. So I'm very excited and looking forward to using all of this stuff, and I'm looking forward to camping videos. And thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Hey, do you have a favorite camping item? of your own that you use that you cannot live without. I have to have this item. I cannot go camping without this item. What is that item? Put it down below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.